Well, at 6:15, we do want to switch gears. We want to go to the stage at the Guthrie Theater because there's a poignant comedy that explores things like friendship, identity, and also the immigrant experience.
Our Pauline Lee joins us live to take us behind the scenes of The Heart Sellers. Hi, Pauline.
Good morning, guys. Yes, welcome to Luna's apartment. I get to spend the morning here on stage checking out all of the props and all of the backstory that goes behind this musical. I actually saw it about a week ago. Fantastic. So let me tell you more about it before we go kind of exploring the apartment here. The story is actually about two women, and we do have some pictures to show you as well. Two women named Luna and Jane, and they find themselves here in the United States on Thanksgiving. They're both new to America. They follow their husbands who are medical residents who unfortunately have to end up working on the holiday. And so they actually come here and they get to know each other, and they actually find that their experiences in coming to America are relatively very similar. Now, this story is actually based on the playwright and the director's mother's experiences. So the director, of course, is Lloyd Suh, the director is May Adralis, and the playwright is Lloyd Suh. And so this all spawned from a conversation that the two had about their parents coming to America. So that's the characters, Luna and Jane, who they're based off loosely. But the set here is actually, the detail, just walking around the set is just pretty incredible here. So come with me, take a walk. I want to show you some of the Easter eggs that you might find here on set. So this is the living room area, but if we come to the bedroom here, it's a lived-in bedroom, but you'll find actually some pictures. This is actually of May's parents. These are real pictures of May's parents, the director. And then there's also a photo album that is featured in here as well. If I peek in here, these are also pictures of her parents when they first came to the United States. So pretty neat that they actually include some personal touches in here. Let's follow me to the kitchen too, because this is actually very interesting. So this kind of centers around Thanksgiving. This is a turkey that they make. This, of course, is fake, but this is actually a real refrigerator. And some of the props in here, like the ingredients they used to cook, they're real. Like it's real garlic. And there's also real onions in here as well. Pretty neat touch. The director and the playwright also wanted to make sure that it was very authentic. And of course, food is a big staple in Asian and of course American cultures as well. So we have a lot more to talk about. This play runs until January 25th. Coming up at 6:45, the two main actors, Luna and Jane, are going to be joining me to talk more about this poignant comedy. Let me tell you, the comedic timing into this is fantastic, but AJ and Shayla, I also found myself tearing up at times when I saw this because there's so much that you can relate to no matter where your families are coming from. And maybe if your families are here originally from the United States, there's a lot of things that you can relate to here, and it touches on a lot of heartstrings. That makes you think, would you sell your heart to make a new home here in the United States? Guys, we'll send it back to you.
It's really interesting, and I love the fact, Pauline, that you're actually on stage there, kind of giving us a behind-the-scenes look at some of the things that if people go to the show, they can look to check out now that you've kind of given us a preview there. So we look forward to having you on stage at the Guthrie a little bit later. We'll check with you later. Thanks, Pauline.
So here's a question for you. Would you give up your heart to make a new home? A poignant comedy now playing at the Guthrie highlights the Asian immigrant experience, diving right into that very question.
So that's where we find our Pauline Lee, who joins us from the Guthrie this morning. Pauline, you talked about families before, and you also mentioned that this is universal. Any family can take notes from this show.
It really can, no matter what your background is from. And I am here with two of the stars of the show. We got Julianne, who plays Jane, and we have Jenna, who plays Luna. Good morning to you both. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. So we're in Luna's apartment. Thanks for having us. I appreciate it. Okay, we're in the kitchen here. So what happens in the kitchen in this play?
So we're going to cook a turkey today, but we're going to wash hands first.
Oh my God.
Because we got no water today. Yes. But we're going to rip it apart because it's, sealed, and we don't want that. Will you take out the celery, onion, and garlic? We're going to stuff it in the turkey.
So now this is really fun because all of the props in here are real. Minus the turkey, but it's real ingredients. There's also a bottle of wine in here. Okay, these two have a lot of fun in this play.
Yes.
They drink a lot of wine. But it's a lot of good conversation too, because your two characters are actually new to America.
Yes. Very new.
Yeah. new,
celery.
and it's kind of almost like exploring what it is and what it is to be American, and what your new identities are like, right?
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. Because when we come here maybe 2 months after we arrive, so they're fresh from Korea and from the Philippines, and so like they have no idea what they're doing with this at all. Because I don't think we have a bird this big back home,
Right.
Unless you count a lechon, like a giant pig.
Honestly, for them, like American TV is such an entertaining, you know, like machine that
Right.
Jane watches so many episodes of Julia Child that she has it in her body. She has it in her brain that she's like, okay, we got celery. We are like dicing onions and we're stuffing it in. And Luna is there being like, all right, we're gonna have fun at least.
Yeah, but let's take a walk here and let's explore, because you two have really tough conversations, really poignant conversations on this couch here. And so tell me about the whole idea of Heart Sellers. This play is called The Heart Sellers.
Yeah, it's a play on the Heart Seller Act, which happened in the early 1970s, which basically released a quota for anybody who's from a non-European country to come to America, which is really poignant for especially Asian Americans, because the only act that closed off a certain ethnicity was the Chinese Exclusion Act,
Right.
which actually it not only did not allow Chinese, but anyone who really came from Asian countries or identified with that, they weren't allowed to come. So really it was like the 1970s, like, oh, all of a sudden we get to be here, but specifically it was allowed for their husbands to come as medical residents.
Yeah.
So these women are the ones that follow along, but are like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah. What are we doing here? Who are we? And how do we get by in a new world with new traditions and the unknown? So if you want to come check it out, it actually runs through January 25th. You can get tickets online. We do have more information on our website. What I do find very interesting, too, is that it's also billed as a comedy, which, don't get me wrong, your comedic timing, both of you, fantastic, because I saw it like 2 weeks ago. But it also tugged at my heartstrings, too, and just the topics that you talk about, and everyone who can find a little bit of something that they can relate to in this play, for sure.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Please come and watch.
Yeah, come and watch. We're going to actually chat more about this. You can see an extended segment on the 4 o'clock later on this afternoon. But guys, we'll send it back to you.
I love the idea that this is just a conversation starter, that any family can have some of these conversations. Pauline Lee, live at the Guthrie. Thank you so much to those actresses as well. We appreciate their time. Then, as she mentioned, the Heart Swellers, it runs through January 25th. Tickets still available. You want information on those tickets, you can visit the Guthrie Theater's website.